I don't think I have to state this, most of my subscribers already know this, but for the new people that somehow aren't caught up to the Boruto manga, Boruto has a new Rasengan, and it's powerful. Just saying it's powerful is quite the understatement. To be frank, it's the most powerful Rasengan in existence, and I might go as far as to say it's the hardest hitting technique in the entire Naruto franchise. No other jutsu has the raw destructive power and long-lasting effects of this jutsu right here. The topic of the Uzuhiko just resurfaced because Boruto just used it again for the second time, so I thought to do a deep dive on it to figure out just how strong this technique actually is. Before we jump into the premise of the video, I do record and edit these videos myself, and they do take quite a bit of time and effort, so if you could just take the time out of your busy day to drop a like on the video, it would be much appreciated. But I feel like I bored y'all enough with the intro talk. Let's hop right into the video, shall we? Wait, hold on fellas. Before we get into the video, I just want to take the time to shout out Mecha Japan for the new merchandise. Mecha Japan is an online store that sells products from major Japanese licenses such as Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, and many more. Mecha Japan has more than 40,000 high quality products from Japan. The prices are very nice and the customer service team is very responsive and always happy to answer you in English. With worldwide shipping, find many rare or very rare Japanese products that you can only find available on mechajapan.com. Follow Mecha Japan on X or Instagram to get the latest updates and information on all your favorite products, and also to get in on any new ongoing promotions. Use code 6path05 at checkout for $5 off orders $80 or more. As you can see on the screen right here, they sent me some more cool figures for me to show you guys. This time, I decided to include figures from one of my favorites in Dragon Ball Z. You see, we have Goku from his battle on Namek against Frieza, as well as this new Dragon Ball Super Broly figure as well. Definitely needed this one. Broly is one of my favorite characters, so I knew it was a no-brainer for me. And of course, you know we had to grab some more Naruto figures. As you can see, we got Minato from the popularity poll event that got him his own one-shot manga. You can even see it got the number 99 on the Rasengan. Then along with Minato, I got the Sage Mode Naruto figure as well as another Boruto figure. The quality on these things is pretty good. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of these series, so having these honestly just made my day. You could probably go back on my channel and find some old Dragon Ball Z videos I used to do. These are my two favorite anime right here. But again, this video is sponsored by Mecha Japan, so shout out to them for granting me this opportunity for the second time now. Once again, use my promo code 6path05 at checkout for $5 off orders $80 or more. And now that we got all that out the way, let's continue on with the video. So in chapter 3 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, Boruto debuted a brand new Rasengan to the Naruto/Boruto verse. Boruto developed this new Rasengan during the 3-year time skip. It was stated directly from the Naruto website that Kashin Koji assisted Boruto with his new variation of the Flying Raijin Jutsu. So it's widely speculated that he could have had something to do with the development of the Uzuhiko as well. At the current time of this video, it isn't confirmed or anything about the role of Kashin Koji and his relation to Boruto, but I just thought that was a cool little fact to share with you guys. Uzuhiko roughly translates to spiraling sphere vortex boy. When everyone first seen it, we just thought that Boruto had turned his entire body into a big Rasengan to use as a defensive method, as well as provide solid offense. And even though that is still partially true, we didn't know it was much deeper than that actually. When Boruto activated Uzuhiko against Code, what it looks like to be spiraling chakra started to encase Boruto's body from the ground up. To make things simple, we'll call this what Boruto likes to say, the chakra of the planet. As you can see, while this chakra is around Boruto's body, he's literally untouchable. Not literally, but it just wouldn't be a good idea. Touching Boruto while Uzuhiko is active would inevitably speed up the process of your death. It wouldn't literally speed up the jutsu, but it allows the chakra of the planet to cling onto your body and start to damage you from the inside. I mean, while I'm on the topic of the chakra of the planet, I think I'll explain how he utilizes this new energy to incorporate it into his Rasengan. So from what Boruto states, the chakra of the planet is the energy of the centrifugal force accompanying a planet's rotation in orbit. Centrifugal force is a concept that's often used to describe a force that pushes objects away from the center of rotation when they are in a rotating reference frame. The Earth rotates on its axis, completing one rotation approximately every 24 hours or so. This rotation created an outward force perceived as centrifugal force, which acts on objects on the Earth's surface. As it pertains to this situation, the objects on the Earth's surface would be whoever gets hit with the Uzuhiko. The centrifugal force also reduces the effective force of gravity experienced by objects on the Earth's surface, which changes its effectiveness depending on the location of the object on the Earth. It's most effective at the equator and resistant at the poles. Okay, just in case some people may still be confused about centrifugal force, let's say you're on a merry-go-round. Most people watching this video probably been on one. We know a merry-go-round spins a complete 360 degrees, as so does the planet. As it spins, you'll probably feel like you're being pushed outward away from the center. This feeling is centrifugal force. So when Boruto says it utilizes the centrifugal force of the planet's rotation in orbit, he literally means the Rasengan will make it seem like your whole body is spinning along with the planet. At the equator, the Earth's average rotation speed is about 1,000 miles per hour. Imagine yourself on a merry-go-round that's spinning that fast. You would absolutely not be able to think straight. You probably wouldn't be able to stand up for that matter anyway. That's exactly what Code was feeling in this exact moment. Which is actually crazy if you really think about it, because everything I just mentioned about the merry-go-round applies more to the after effect of getting hit with this technique. The initial hit packs an insane punch. The whole concept of a Rasengan revolves around rotation and condensing said rotating chakra into a ball. So when you incorporate the chakra of the planet in your Rasengan, you gotta agree, it would be much more powerful. So if you think about it, the initial impact is what's most dangerous about the Uzuhiko, as you can see from chapter 12. But what makes the Uzuhiko the most powerful ninjutsu in existence is the fact that its true power is limitless. Well, as from what Boruto says anyway. He probably says it because the chakra of the planet is near limitless, or should be powerful enough to vanquish any enemy at maximum strength. Boruto can adjust the power of Uzuhiko to whatever he likes, depending on how much energy he takes in from the planet. He normally adjusts it based on how much chakra he feels he needs to unalive his target. For example, in his fight against Hidari, he increased the potency of the Uzuhiko to a noticeable amount because he was trying to destroy Hidari in one blow. But versus Code, he held back considerably because he didn't necessarily want Code dead just yet. He still had something he wanted from Code. To dead the conversations behind Code quote-unquote tanking an Uzuhiko from Boruto, if he got hit with the same Uzuhiko that Hidari got hit with, let's just say Code would be no more. I mean, he still would have died anyway, but it would have been later on because of the side effect of Uzuhiko destroying Code from the inside. These after effects are semi-permanent, unless Boruto himself rescinds the energy from your body or the planet just stops rotating. Your equilibrium will continue to be thrown off until you eventually die off from the suffering. So yeah, to be frank, you can't tank an Uzuhiko. Nobody can. It directly attacks your body from the inside out. In Naruto rule number 1, it doesn't matter how strong you are physically or mentally, you can't train your organs to be more durable. That's why off-guard attacks have been and still is very effective throughout the series. So to make the Uzuhiko more powerful to defeat Hidari, he needed way more energy from the planet, which you could probably call a con to the technique, because you can't just activate it in the middle of battle without thinking of the consequences. You're leaving yourself vulnerable to enemy attack this way. That's why Boruto asked Sarada and Konohamaru to buy him some time, to charge it up to an adequate amount. He said he was going to charge it up to the max, but unfortunately he didn't have enough time to do so. So we haven't seen the Uzuhiko at its max power yet. Many people are confused because even though Boruto says the power of the Uzuhiko is limitless, he states that he will use it at maximum output, implying that Uzuhiko does indeed have a cap. But what he could have meant by that is perhaps his personal maximum. It wasn't stated whether Boruto had a maximum amount of planet chakra that he could utilize at a time or not. The technique itself is limitless, but perhaps the caster has a limit. therefore putting a temporary cap on its ability. But this doesn't really matter because even without it being at maximum power, it still nearly destroyed Hidari, only leaving half his torso from the attack. Another con to the technique is that you can't really leave the ground while charging it up either. Since Boruto needs to take in the planet's chakra in order for the Uzuhiko to work, he needs to stay stationary on the ground for the most part. Because the chakra must be taken in through both feet, it has to directly be from the earth. This kinda limits his movement on the battlefield, which is why he has to be careful and only use this attack during specific situations. So even though it could probably one-shot both of them with the correct amount of energy applied to it, the likelihood of him using this attack versus someone like JURA or even Kawaki is not likely, merely because they can just fly into the air. However, what Boruto can do to give himself a little bit more mobility when performing such a technique is use the flying Raijin to move himself through different locations on the battlefield. An attack that can one-shot OTSUTSUKI level threats from impact alone and essentially destroy anything from the inside out as long as you have some sort of organs inside of you? Yeah. If Boruto could use this as a regular Rasengan, it would simply be too overpowered for the Boruto verse. If you compare this to Naruto's strongest Rasengan, it certainly does lack in destructive capability. But when it comes to attack potency and other properties such as lingering effects, it's simply in a class of its own. Relating it to what's happening in the story now, if Boruto could charge up another Uzuhiko to use against JURA, he would most certainly be able to destroy him no problem. But the likelihood of that happening decreases exponentially when you take into account that A, he would need way more time to charge it up to a point that it could destroy JURA in one hit, because if it doesn't, he could find a way to escape and heal his injuries in an instant. B, nobody is strong enough to hold JURA off to give Boruto that much time anyway. And C, JURA is just way too mobile to be hit with something like that, considering his flight ability and claw marks. So you see, even though the Uzuhiko has its upside, it also has some glaring weaknesses that balance the technique perfectly, so Boruto can't just go around one-shotting everything. I know there is a bunch of other overpowered techniques like the infinite Tsukuyomi, or maybe Indra's arrow along with the tailed beast Rasen Shuriken, but like I said, if the Uzuhiko connects, then we have the strongest, most powerful physical technique ever seen in the Naruto franchise. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It took a lot of time and research to do so if you enjoyed it and want to see more content like this, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video like this in the near future, and in case I go live for chapter spoilers every month. Put in the comment section if you had any takes or questions regarding the video for me, and I'll try my best to respond to as many as I can. But until my next video, I hope you guys and girls have an amazing day, and I'm out. Peace.